What's up, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to another edition of Bills Blitz presented by GoBillsPodcast.com, where we bleed red, white, and Bills blue. I'm your host and founder of the page, Brett McDurphy, and I am ecstatic to be with you guys for our seventh season covering Buffalo Bills football. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We are just under 300 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and our goal is to get to 300 subscribers by the start of the Buffalo Bills game tomorrow night. So if you can and you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe to Go Bills Podcast. We are bringing in a new series on our channel, Go Bills Podcast, with Bills Blitz. This show is going to be electric. We're going to have a hype show before kickoff of the Buffalo Bills game, and we are less than 24 hours away from Buffalo Bills football kicking off. We have the Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park in prime time, a night game where Josh Allen is going to go nuts, and the crowd is going to go nuts in the final season at Highmark Stadium. I cannot wait for this matchup, guys, and I think it's going to be so much fun having Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, and the whole entire Buffalo Bills behind you guys, and the fan base behind the team, cheering them on, as I mentioned, in the final season at Orchard Park in Highmark Stadium. But let's dive into this game a little bit. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Bills Blitz is going to be. This is going to be a fast-paced show. We're going to keep it under 15 minutes. It's going to be very quick. We're going to give you the keys to the game, players to watch, the weather updates and injury updates on this matchup, as well as a score prediction at the end of things. So let's kick off the first ever edition of Bills Blitz. And let's start off with the weather for it's going to be like tomorrow in Orchard Park. It's going to be a beautiful night. And in terms of beautiful for me, right now I live in Florida, so I don't get to have days like these until late in October and November. It's going to be the high temperature of 64 degrees in Orchard Park, low of 45 degrees. Currently in Orchard Park right now, it is 50 degrees, and I imagine that the temperature will be around the 50s in terms of that. The winds, 13 miles an hour tomorrow, which is perfect conditions for the special teams unit of the Buffalo Bills and their newest addition in their kicker that they will bring in, that we will talk about in a couple minutes. But this is perfect temperatures for a nice early fall game in the first game of the year for the Buffalo Bills. But let's break down the injury reports for both teams, and we'll start with the visiting Baltimore Ravens. They do have two injuries to report, two players that will be out for this game in fullback Patrick Ricard and Isaiah Likely, their tight end. Both of them will be out, and this will significantly impact their blocking scheme for Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and that rushing attack that they have for the Baltimore Ravens offense. This is going to hurt them significantly, and it's such a good and unfortunate blessing for the Buffalo Bills in terms of what they will see from an offense of the Baltimore Ravens. For the Buffalo Bills, I will bring it up on screen, their injury reports. They do have a few injuries to report. Kicker Tyler Bass is out for this game and will be on IR for the first 4 games of the season with a left hip / pelvic injury / groin injury. That's something to worry about. But the Bills brought up Matt Prater from their practice squad, and he will be elevated to the active roster and will take on the kicking duties for Tyler Bass in the meantime that he is out. Cornerback Tre'Davious White has a groin injury. He has not practiced all week, and he is doubtful for this game. We could see Jamarcus Ingram or Dorian Strong be the starting cornerback opposite Christian Benford for this matchup here. And we'll see who comes out of the gates for the Buffalo Bills as they take on the first series for the Buffalo Bills defense. In terms of key players to watch and keys to the game, let's go into the players to watch for the Buffalo Bills. And it's kind of obvious who we need to watch from the offensive side of the ball for the Baltimore Ravens, but it's Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. They take on the focal point. They carry the ball over 50% of the time in terms of the offensive carries for the Baltimore Ravens. But the Bills need to look out for Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. And this leads me to my keys to the game, which is maintaining gap integrity when you have guys like Greg Rousseau and Joey Bosa, guys like that on the outside, having containment and not blowing your gaps in terms of the left tackle and left guard. Don't let him, Lamar Jackson, inside. And make Derrick Henry bounce outside, because that's one of the ways that he struggles, is running east and west rather than north and south. So you got to make Derrick Henry go bounce outside, and then you can get to him and you can tackle him. With Lamar Jackson, you got to make sure that you wrap him up, that you don't have missed tackles, and you keep him in the pocket when he is throwing the ball. Don't let him get to the outside. Keep him in the pocket and create pressure up the middle from guys like Ed Oliver and Daquan Jones, and even Deion Walker if he plays in this game for the Buffalo Bills. Also, a player to watch on defense for the Baltimore Ravens, I have two players in Roquan Smith as well as Kyle Hamilton. Both of these players are X factors for me, because Roquan Smith is going to be the spy for Josh Allen, and you have to see where he is going to be on the field at all times, and when Josh Allen wants to scramble out of the pocket, but also when he wants to throw the ball. He has to worry about Kyle Hamilton over the top, because he is one of the elite safeties in the NFL. And if you're going to take a shot deep down the field, make sure that you're not throwing it his way, because he will pick it off and he will allow points to be put on the board for Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on offense. Other keys to the game for me, it comes down to winning the turnover battle. Don't create turnovers. Control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball for the Buffalo Bills, maintaining the trenches and making sure that we are establishing a tone for the Buffalo Bills each and every play, and controlling it from both sides of the ball on offense and defense. And my buddy Sean Kula from Red, White, and Bills will absolutely love me by saying, make sure you're controlling the line of scrimmage in this game early and often, but also starting the game strong. That's something that I want to see from the Buffalo Bills offense, especially not playing in the preseason. They need to start off strong, but also if you don't start off strong, make sure that you're making the adjustments just like we had last season, and we did a wonderful job of this, making sure that you're adjusting and making corrections in the game. And when you do that, get those corrections fixed so that you can control the game and win this matchup. It's going to be tough. It's a very tough Baltimore Ravens team. They have a ton of playmakers on both sides of the ball. Not only both sides of the ball, but their special teams unit is one of the best in the NFL, and it's going to be a fun matchup. But I think this game could be won by the special teams unit of either team. But in terms of who I think is going to win this game, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to win by a score of 34-27, and Buffalo will take this win home by having an interception by one of their cornerbacks. I'm not going to say who, but one of their cornerbacks will seal the deal by getting an interception on Lamar Jackson and solidifying the 1-0 start for the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park. And fans are going to go bananas in this first game of the football season for the Buffalo Bills. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe to Go Bills Podcast so we can hit that 300 subscribers before the start of the season. We will see you again tomorrow for our pregame show, 45 minutes before the start of the game. So that'll be 7:45 for our kickoff show. And we can't wait to cover that game, give you the inactives and some keys to the games and what to look out for this Baltimore Ravens offense and defense. We'll see you tomorrow. And this has been Go Bills Podcast with our first edition of Bills Blitz. We'll see you next time. Stay loud, stay proud, and as always, Go Bills.